underway in Buffalo. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen going to go to the air right away. Rolling to his right. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Second down and a yard. From the gun, it's Allen. Right back to Cook for another completion. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Rolling to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Cook is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw with Allen. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. The kick by pass is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. Well, they moved the ball well there on the opening series. Running game was in sync. They were knocking on the doorstep, but ultimately, Charles, they'll have to settle for the field goal.
Well, they certainly were moving it well, and give this defense a ton of credit. Finally dug their heels in and forced the field goal. That's what it is, game partner. Will this offense look back at this drive and think to themselves, if we'd gotten 6, we'd be in a better spot.
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. First carry now for David Montgomery. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
49 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead.
A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync. The line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Cook up the gut. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Here's Cook again. And he's going to have a Bills first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline.
That is incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Steps away. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Allen on the move to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. Throwing now is Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Khalil Shakir
from 19 yards away. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to move back in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
To the air, Allen. Throwing deep here for Coleman. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run with Gibbs. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. A final shot before half for Allen. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Hooker. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll go for it. Hooker working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 51 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing